In this video, we're going to be discussing my Marine Corps Marathon Solo Trail Ultramarathon 50K 2020 edition. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back everyone. My name is John and this is Motivation Theory Running. And if you haven't seen the video, at the end of this video, I'm going to link you to the long version of my race. I recorded the entire thing, my thoughts as I'm going along. You had tips and tricks, all kinds of stuff in there. It's a great video. So if you haven't seen it, you can watch that after this one. All right, so like most marathons in 2020, the Marine Corps Marathon also had to postpone, cancel, and switch to a virtual option this year, which they had all kinds of virtual options for like a trifecta where you could do the 50K version, the 10K version, and the marathon, or you could just pick one of those. So I decided to do the virtual 50K solo trail ultramarathon myself out in the woods. You know, I thought about asking a group of people if we wanted to run it. And I just got to the point where everything's so busy with me, with baseball, for my son and everything that was going on, I just figured I would pick a day and just do it. I chose this past Friday, what was that? The 6th, November 6th. Beautiful day. So the day started off 2 hours later than I wanted to be. I originally thought the park opened at 9. I looked at the visitor center time opening instead of the park's opening. And I should know this. I run there for a decade now. And it was funny. I was sitting there drinking my coffee, kind of going over the park stuff again, and I look and notice that it was open dusk, from dusk to dawn. And that was one of those moments like, oh my gosh, John, really? I should have known that. I hurry up, gather all my stuff, throw it in the car, and just take off, and I start the race around 8:30. This race I wasn't really going to be heavily prepared for on the food side, the nutrition side. I was gonna really try to do my best to make the plan that I had for the 12-hour race work for this race, which was basically, grab this, I'm dropping stuff now, my gels, my goos here, Brooks Goos, Tailwind, some candy, some sugar that way, and the baby foods that we're eating. I get these kind of 120 calorie baby foods that are super good, super easy on my stomach, and I was going to try to make this work. And I figured, why not do this 50K as kind of like a training run, trial run, and also knock out my Marine Corps Marathon 50K. So this track was a modified version of the Adventure Trail Race long lap. So the long lap in that race is 11 miles. So I just cut off the little pipe stem off of the ATR 12-hour race long lap and just made this one 10 miles. That way I didn't have to run 33 miles. I could just run an extra mile when lap 3 was done. It was an absolutely beautiful day out there. I think it started off about 46 degrees. It got up to what I thought at that point was only supposed to get to 65-ish. From what I heard, it actually got up into the high 70s, and that definitely played a role in how much fluid I was needing to take in. I was way off on that, in which I'm not normally way off, but I was way off on that. I was running out of water, 2 to 3 miles before the end of each lap, which was kind of bizarre. And that made a lot of sense because the temperature got, I don't know, almost 10 degrees hotter than I thought it was going to be. So each lap in this race was about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. And again, this is a course I run all the time, so that wasn't that big of a deal. I know it pretty well, and I miscalculated just how much I had kind of lost my trail legs because probably over the last 3 weeks or so, I haven't really been running a lot of trails. I've been running a lot of the roads, and the roads have about half that amount to about a third of that amount over the same distance. And so the hills are a lot steeper inclines, a lot steeper declines, and that just started to kind of work my hamstrings and glutes over time. My nutrition, I think, was pretty well squared away. Each lap, I would come in and I would take in 2 of the baby foods, which is about 200 calories. I would drink about a bottle of water, at least at the beginning, and I would have a banana and probably about one of those packets of peanut M&Ms, the little fun size ones. That's what I would do each lap. So I'd probably have 500 to 600 calories each lap. Now, as I got to the second lap, I felt a lot more dehydrated when I got to the car, and I was drinking a full bottle of water and a full bottle of Gatorade that second lap because I was really falling behind in my hydration. But at no point during this race, and I find this to be excess, did I bonk. I never felt like my stomach was sick, that I couldn't eat or drink, or that I was going to run out of energy completely from a nutrition side. Now, fatigue, the lactic acid buildup from the just really steep inclines and declines started to work on my legs, which was really funny to me because, again, I run out there all the time, and that was not something that I was used to having happen. But I pushed pretty hard the first 2 laps, and I knew I was probably going to have a more difficult third lap, and I did. I was hoping to break 7 hours. I was so close. I really think I could have done it had I just picked up a little more time here and there. I really stuck to the power hiking the hills and running the downhills and the flats, and I did that the entire time. So I was really, really, really happy how I executed the race. I actually executed this race much better than I did the 12-hour race. My stoppage in the turns and at the aid station at my car each lap was very minimal. They were under 10 minutes each time, so that was really, really well executed. Nutrition was nailed. I think I fell behind on hydration a little bit. There's not a whole lot more that I could do because I wasn't going to carry any more water other than the 2, I think 18 to 20 ounce bottles that I had, and just kind of pound some on the turn. It just got a little hotter than normal. But the lactic acid buildup and the kind of the fatigue that I felt climbing up from the river that last mile really, really worked me. I was pretty, I'm going to say down. And I know a lot of people watch this and like, don't be down on yourself. I'm a very driven person. So when I set a goal, I do beat myself up when I don't hit it. I'm not tore up or anything like that. I'm actually really, really happy with the time. I really am, considering the heat and the elevation change. Completely happy with it. But that final mile climb up from the river just was a mental thing that I wish I could have just fought through and just ran it. Being 44, I am concerned sometimes that I don't push too hard, like in a marathon. I've heard there's a lot of issues for people, especially as you get older, to sprint that last mile or so, or something like that really can cause some cardiac issues. And to be fully transparent, that was my biggest concern, that I would have pushed my heart too hard coming up that hill and had some sort of an issue. Who knows if I would have. It just, after running 30 miles and then just be on an all-out sprint up a hill for that long, I was just kind of afraid something may happen, so I erred on the side of safety. And at the end of the day, I was only 6 minutes over. Without the aid station stops, I was well under that. So happy with that. If I would have applied this type of effort in something like the JFK, I would have smoked it. I would have been super happy with that. So this is the medal. This is the marathon medal right here. It's got a lot of meaning in the pictures that they have in this and the material that's in there, the sand from Iwo Jima in there. Very cool. See the sand in there. Very cool. It's got the raising of the flag at Iwo Jima, and I probably can't see that. Is it upside down? Right there, it's got like a little tape, got the little film negative in there. That's pretty cool. So I can finally add this to the rack up there of medals and start planning for what I'm going to be doing next. I was really trying to convince my wife to let me do the JFK 50. We'll see what happens there. I want to thank all of you for the kind words. This race was really good. I was super happy with the execution of this solo race. Had I had somebody out there that was faster than me, pushing me through all of this stuff, or just somebody of equal speed, that would have probably made things go by a lot quicker. But I actually really enjoyed being out there. I didn't have any issues. I mean, it was boring at times, but it was so pretty. It was so pretty. I actually had to stop myself from stopping and filming more because kind of the filmmaker side of me wanted to stop and film and get B-roll and really do a whole lot more filming than what I was supposed to. The first lap, I actually did that a lot more. But once I figured I've filmed one lap, I didn't need to keep doing that every lap because I didn't need to make that video that's at the end of this video or down in the description or the comments in this one. I didn't want to make that like an hour and a half. It's already half an hour, but it's really good. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Share it with other people. It's beautiful. It was such a beautiful day. So I appreciate the support, all the well wishes, and congratulations from all of you. I look forward to doing some more in-person races. I'm really looking forward to the April 24-hour adventure trail race next year. Again, the 12-hour adventure trail race next year, the JFK 50 next year, and I'm definitely going to sprinkle in a handful of races throughout the year, other ultras that I have not done before. So I'm back, baby. 2020 was my comeback year, and I am back. 3 ultras down this year, and I can't ask for anything more. I'm super happy. Let's go. What is today? November 9th. My goal was to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of this year. We got 2 months. We could still get there. So if you know any runners that would be interested in this channel, please go ahead and share. Share on your Facebook. Share in any groups you're part of. More the merrier. You can have them join our Strava group, and we can support each other. Let's go. Let's get planning. Let's get ready for our 2020 year, and I look forward to all the things we're going to do next year. Thanks for watching, everybody.